Very happy to be here. To start with I want to really brief because I want to have more time to communicate with all the audiences here. And first, I really wanted to say I appreciate Ms. Barbara Rosen and Stanley Rosen, and they were my private teachers. Years ago, about 10 years ago, I went to their houses, classes, and listened to them to teach me, nurturing me. And thank you so much. Without you guys, I won't be here.
Anybody would need translation? You all understand, right?
我讲吧，我自己讲。这个我刚才讲啊，这两位伟大的教授啊，Barbara Rosen 和 Stanley Rosen， 我在10多年前在洛杉矶就听他们的课，到他们家里去，他们给了我很大的帮助。如果没有他们对我帮助的话，我可能不会站在这里。第二个我要感谢的呢，就是我们的黄世宪教授。从我拍第一部电影到现在，几乎每一次我在创作的时候，跟我们的黄教授进行交流。他虽然已经将近70了吧，已经77了，黄教授已经77了，但是黄教授。So also wanted to extend my appreciation to Mr. Huang Shixian. And when I start my first film, he was there. Until now, I'm making films, still giving me advices. This year, he is already 77, but his mind is still young. And we know the youngest artist is Picasso. 80-something, he's still youngest because his mind is still young. And so I will say a few things because from my own experience, I think culture itself has boundaries. How we surpass those boundaries? We need to communicate. We need to have people like now, we stay in the same home, same place, communicate, understanding each other. Of course, the other way we can surpass those boundaries through films. Because film is a tool, can transcending all the boundaries, take us to somewhere, the spirituality. Doesn't matter, you're black, you're white, you're Asian. The film can bring us some same value. And also art itself speaks to all of the world, to all the people around it. And the second, I believe, from my own experiences, culture itself must be identified. Because now in China, there's a saying, say, 民族的就是世界的。Something like nationality is international, which is, I think, is wrong. I think nationality only within the nation. How can you transcending from nation to international stage? That needs a bridge. That needs something. We all need to put our efforts into it. That means we must learn from each other. We must become all the messengers come through the bridge. That's why we have today's symposium. We have this meeting. That's my second point. Third, because I made Chinese films, I made American films. My first film is produced, English language film, produced by Francis Coppola. And so I studied in both universities. I taught in 3 universities, and 2 of them in the States, 1 in China. Now I'm the president of film and television in Shanghai Theater Academy. And so I really believe the most important thing is we have to building up these bridges. And in terms of filmmaking, I think now we know all the professors brought up all the issues. Say, okay, we have film makes millions of dollars, yet content-wise, quality-wise, didn't really work. Why? I think most of Chinese films, they're looking back. They're looking back. They all like grab things from the past, but doesn't have the substance and the vision towards the future. towards insight of human nature. They learned a lot of things from America. For me, I think the second, like a B-movie, visualizing stuff. But I think in terms of storytelling, a lot of things we need to learn from here. I learned from here. And I had a discussion with great director An Lee. An Lee and I, we agree upon the same thing. A lot of things we don't agree upon. But one thing we agree upon. And he goes, the structure, the writing, storytelling, Hollywood has spent centuries exploring it. Why we can't just learn from it? I see that makes perfect sense. Like we have software, right? We have Apple, right? We have Microsoft. Those are tools. And we should learn some of the procedure, how to make things happen. And also, the American film sometimes provide the basic values of it. Sometimes you're sitting in the cinema, you say, oh, the movie doesn't really, sounds to me. But you probably much very enjoyable to watching it, And that means something works for the audiences. But in China, some of the film you look at, there is no value in it. That's the problem. That's the problem we must face to it. And we should look forward. And we should have the vision of it. It doesn't matter you are a politician, you are economics, you are artists. I think we need to look the future. Also look into humans' heart. For me as a filmmaker, the most important thing, I have to say what I think, what I feel. And last word here. This film, and fortunately, received so well. We received a lot of awards, and we played all around the world, and people love it. And one great filmmaker, playwright in China, Huang Zongjiang, he passed away 2 years ago. And he is like this legendary figure. And after he saw the film, he said, Sherwood, if Shakespeare is still alive, he will say, Sherwood, understand my spirits. And to my surprise, and last month, when the movie showed in New York City from December 15th to April 15th in Rubin Museum, and one review from New York Post, some guy wrote this. He said, Shakespeare are going to be shocked, yet pleased. They almost have similarities. And Dr. Rosen just said to me, said, oh, you improved Shakespeare. I said, no, I don't. How dare I improve it? And on one ending note, Rubin Museum and accepted this film as one of their archive films. I'm really blessed. God bless everybody. Thank you, guys.